Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here from Moss Pawn & Gun in Jonesboro, Georgia. And today we have another Versus video for you. We've actually gotten this question a whole ton, and we actually had one of our viewers call up today. William asked me, he said, hey, can you compare the Maverick 88 to the Mossberg 500 to the Mossberg 590 and explain and kind of compare and contrast some of the differences between the three basic guns? And that's what we're going to be doing today. So William, thanks for that question. We're certainly going to talk about that. Mossberg makes all three guns. There are some minor differences. The Maverick 88 is kind of their economy entry-level shotgun. This particular one is set up on a pistol grip form and a 5-shot. They're also available in a full size and an 8-shot, which I have here. The guns essentially are about the same as a 500. There are some basic differences. One is the trigger guard design is slightly different. The safety is located on the actual trigger guard, whereby on the 500, as you'll see in a moment, the safety is located on the tang, all right? That is one minor difference between the guns. Also, a Maverick 88 ships with a pinned fore-end instead of a screw-on fore-end. So some of you guys are going, hey, how do I change out the fore-end on a Maverick 88? Well, the short answer is you don't. You have to replace the whole charging bar and everything all at once to a threaded type. Now, the Mossberg 500, of course, ships with a standard threaded cap that holds a fore-end on so you can add your accessories and everything like that. These guns are solid guns. It does have an alloy receiver, just like normal. The rest of the parts are pretty much same spec. This gun is a blued finish on all of the metal parts, which is fine. The guns are simple, reliable, relatively rugged, and most importantly, they're priced right. Okay, so this is the economy version of the Mossberg line, is the 88. All right, these are made in El Paso, Texas, so they are U.S. made. There are some parts that are probably produced overseas or in other areas and then brought in. I don't really know the whole story of that. I do know that they are an excellent gun. They are covered under a full warranty. So it's not like it's a lesser quality gun. It's just there are a few features that they cut on the Maverick 88 that you don't get with this gun that you do get on the Mossberg 500. So same gun here, but in a full 8-shot. So this is the full-size barrel, 8-shot tube. This is a lot of firepower with this little gun. The basic controls are relatively the same. The overall way the firearm loads and operates, relatively the same. Now we're going to step up to the Mossberg 500. This gun is an extremely high quality gun. As you can see, this particular one is set up with the ATI M4 style stock, and of course that just bolts onto the end of the gun. Both the 88 and the 500 and the 590 all take the same stocks. So from the receiver back, you can pretty much drop anything you want on any of these guns as long as it's made to fit the Mossberg pattern. Basic operation of the gun is exactly the same. You can see that this gun comes with a heat shield installed from the factory over the top of the barrel. That's just to help dissipate some of the heat and also keep from obscuring your sight picture by having the heat rising off the barrel. You can see that this fore-end here is the screw-on type. They actually make a little knurled, basically a wrench that is designed to take this nut off, and you can pull the fore-ends off and you can trade them out for just about anything you want. This particular one is set up with the factory Mossberg fore-end with the little Mossberg strap on the front. That's to wrap your hand in there nice and tight where you can operate the gun. All right, and that keeps your hand from slipping, whether you're in a situation of duress or otherwise. The 500 also comes drilled and tapped from the factory for standard bases. So that's kind of one of the things that many of you may like about this gun. Also, as we mentioned before, the safety is located on the top of the receiver instead of part of the trigger guard. Now, one minor detractor with both the 500 and the 88, both guns have polymer trigger groups, and they are notorious for busting right here. Okay, they'll pop right there, they'll snap, and the whole gun is pretty much rendered completely useless. Now, many of you are going, but wait, the Mossberg is used by the military. Well, yes, it is. The designation is called the 590A1. This is a Marine Magnum. They call this the Mariner. All right, this gun has a mil-spec finish, both in anodizing on the aluminum and parkerization or nickel, brushed nickel coating, anything they put on the metal parts, all going to be a mil-spec finish. So all of your 590A1s are going to be a mil-spec finish. Everything's going to be solid. These guns have metal trigger groups. So you're not going to worry about this location right here busting like you do the polymer on a 500 or an 88. Otherwise, they're pretty much the same. The guns are nice and smooth, very high quality firearms, very rugged. Of course, all the accessories that I mentioned before will drop right on these guns, to include fore-ends, butt stocks, and anything else. One thing that should be noted is that the metal trigger guard from a 590 will drop on to a 500 if you want to upgrade to the stouter trigger guard assembly. Other than that, they're pretty much the same guns overall. This gun's just a lot more rugged. So many people that are buying a Mossberg shotgun for combat use, for patrol use, for home defense, anything of the like, generally are going to want a gun that they can throw around, bang around, hit it on stuff, and you don't have to worry about something snapping like these trigger guards are notorious for on the 500s. You don't have to worry about scratching up the finish because it's a really rugged gun with a really rugged finish. And so hopefully that there gave you the breakdown between where, because a lot of people ask, these guns cost a myriad of different prices. So, a gun like this can bring upwards of $500, whereby an 88, offers a shotgun of very similar features, but at about half the price. So those of you that are wondering, that's where the extra money comes from. The better materials, more customizable accessories that go on them, and of course the 590 drill and tapped as well. So hopefully that cleared it up. They're all excellent guns depending on what you're looking for, depending on what you want to spend. But just bear in mind that there are, quantifiable differences between the guns in terms of where you're putting your money and what you're getting with the gun when you spend the money. So hopefully that answered your question, William. We appreciate all you guys watching. We appreciate you tuning in today. We're getting a ton of phone calls from all around the world. All you guys contact us all the time. We definitely take your questions and your comments into heart, and we try every chance we get to make videos that explain these concepts to you. So hopefully this versus video was straight to the point. You enjoyed it today. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.